Hello, I'm Adam Barralet and welcome to this Crystal Connections video where we're exploring the crystal Kunzite. Kunzite is part of the Spodumene family. It's the pink to violet version of spodumene. And then you can also get some other colours like the beautiful green hidnite, the yellow trifine, as well as occasionally a clear spodumene or a really rare blue spodumene. But today we're looking at the pink version, and I really like this crystal because this is the crystal that you would call upon when you're about to get serious about love. I and many others consider this to be the highest vibration of all the pink crystals known to man. So are you ready to work with Kunzite? Let's find out. I recommend working with Kunzite when you're ready to attract your soulmate. So this is not the kind of crystal that you would give to your 14-year-old when you're ready for them to attract their first girlfriend or boyfriend in their life. What I say is you must have done your work and you're ready to meet the one, because what happens is Kunzite helps you to form lifelong bonds. It helps to attract that soulmate, someone who's going to be there for the rest of your life and have that real soul connection with. Now, what I like to do, if you're single, I recommend, first of all, take some time, sit down and write what you actually want in a partner. Write down all the attributes, physical, behavioural, anything you can. And remember take some time with this, don't rush this, because the universe, I guarantee, will bring you exactly what you want, but not always exactly in the form that you imagine it to be in. So be very, very specific. Now, once you've done that, you want to get your Kunzite and you want to hold that in your hands. Now, you want to close your eyes, holding your Kunzite, and start to visualize and sense the energy or the feel that this person will make you feel when they're around. Now, don't visualize a certain person, because we don't want to affect a person's free will if you're single, and if you're not already in a relationship with them. You want to just feel how you'll feel and feel that energy around them and send that into the Kunzite. Now, you can wear the Kunzite, but another great thing to do is a bit of feng shui. In your bedroom, assuming that you've got 2 bedside tables, you want to start making room as though your partner's going to be moving in today. You want to actually make room for their possessions to go there. So clear 1 bedside table, leaving nothing so they can pop their stuff there, and even make room in the wardrobe for them as well. You can also build a power grid with Kunzite, using that as your central crystal. Surround it with some clear quartz points, and then you may want to put some supporting crystals in there depending on what you're looking for in a partner. You know, some great ones are citrine if you're looking for a really happy, abundant person. If you're looking for a real equal relationship, watermelon tourmaline or morganite. If you want a bit of flirtatious or passion in there, put a bit of thalite, or red tourmaline is really good. You know, spurite is really good for a sense of humour. Whatever you're looking for, add those crystals around the Kunzite to draw that in. Now, if you are in a relationship and you want to strengthen that bond, a great thing is for you and your partner to sit holding either one Kunzite each and holding each other's hands, or holding against your heart in a big piece. However you want, just feel that energy and it'll help to bond that energy together. It's also really nice, if you have found your soulmate, then to get matching Kunzite jewelry or Kunzite pieces and carry them to connect that bond. If you want to bond the 2 crystals together, tie them together in a red ribbon. Put them under a pink flower, because pink flowers are associated with Venus, and then after they've been there for a whole lunar cycle, then each one of you carry them, and they'll keep that energetic bond really close. Kunzite can help you savor the simple pleasure of kissing. The ancients believed that a kiss connected 2 souls because our spirit travelled on our breath. So as you get into a relationship more and it gets more in depth and it starts to mature, sometimes kissing can kind of slip away, but it helps to keep that importance there as an important bonding aspect of the relationship. It's also really good if you're feeling a little bit nervous about a first kiss. It'll help you to actually savor and connect with that person. And it can also help people with different kissing styles kind of become more receptive to each other, so that kiss becomes just as magical as it should be. As I said before, Kunzite helps to form lifelong bonds. Now, that doesn't just have to be a soulmate or a romantic partner. It also helps to strengthen parent and child bonds. It's really good as a gift when someone first gives birth or at a baby shower, because it will help the mother and the father to bond with a newborn child. As that child grows older, it also helps the parent to evolve their relationship with the child, because as the child seeks more independence, it stops the parent trying to control them too much. It helps the parent move from being that authority into that friend and that supportive role. when children are looking for that more independence, if a parent's struggling with that, then wearing kunzite over the heart or meditating with it can be really beneficial. The other great thing about kunzite as well is what happens if you're having, not a good relationship with your own parents. Then you want kunzite, you want to meditate with that and allow that bond to deepen. You can pop it near a photo of your parents, gaze at the photo of your parents surrounded by pink candles, any of that kind of work, and really open up. And remember that your mother and your father did the best as they could at every given time. Although a powerful crystal, kunzite still has a very calming and serene energy about it. It's really good to either have around or drink as an elixir, put it in water and then create an elixir from it if you're feeling nervous about some exams coming up. It's really good if you want to keep it on your desk at work to stop other people bringing their personal problems into work and causing strife there. If you get overwhelmed or if you get restless or anxious in traffic or in crowds, then kunzite's a great one in that respect as well. Now, if you breed animals or are involved with breeding animals, kunzite can be really good to help animals maintain their pregnancy, and it also really helps first-time parents stop that aggressiveness to their offspring if they're not too sure what they're meant to be doing. So it helps them to become really good first-time parents. Now, although kunzite is commonly thought of as purely a love crystal, it's such an optimistic crystal that just surrounds you in such joyous times. It can help to bring out the best in you whenever you're feeling a bit downtrodden or a bit negative, and it will stop any of those tendencies to want to be aggressive, to lie, to do anything that you know isn't really for the greatest good of all concerned. It helps to create a serene environment and loving environment, either around a work or a home space, so gridding a few pieces or putting a piece near a candle is a really great thing to do. If you've moved to a new location, then kunzite can be really good to then grid around your house because it'll help you to feel more accepted in this new environment. Now, you may be getting excited about wanting to work with kunzite to attract your soulmate or to strengthen a bond with someone who's really important to you in your life. So before we get working on it, we want to cleanse it, bring it back to its natural balance, removing any unwanted energies in there. Now, what element shall we cleanse this with? You may be thinking water, because water is to do with love. However, I actually prefer to cleanse it with the element of earth. Now, why? Because this creates lifelong bonds, and earth is all about solidarity and stability. So I'll actually place it on the earth, and if you can, find a pink flower, just like this one sitting right next to me here. Because pink flowers are associated with Venus, and Venus, of course, is the planet and the goddess of love. So leave it there and it'll help to bring that beautiful high vibration of the flowers and that stability of the earth. It's a really nice way to cleanse this crystal. Now, when it comes to an animal guide, the one I call upon here is the lovebird. And if you've seen lovebirds, they always pair up and they're always sitting on the perches or on the branches together. And lovebird can actually guide you on how to make that really strong bond and how to open up your heart and feel connected to that other soul in that complete way. Now, a high vibration crystal deserves a high vibration plant, and there's nothing more high vibration than a rose, and especially pink and red roses are great to work with when you've got kunzite. If you want to fill a space with this beautiful soul love, then get 2 vases of pink roses and put them on either side of a room and put a mirror behind them, and so those mirrors reflect those roses, and you can put the kunzite there and you kind of fill the whole space then with rose and kunzite energy, which is a lovely thing to do. You want to diffuse rose essential oil, you want to just take time to smell the flowers, and when you're meditating with kunzite, sit near a rose bush, wear rose perfume, drink rose tea, whatever you can do to get roses into your life. It's really going to help bringing that energy in when you're working with kunzite. Now, astrologically, there's Venus that works really well with kunzite, but also Juno. And Juno, when Juno goes into retrograde, really tests your long-term relationships, especially your marriage or your partnership. And so kunzite's great when Juno goes into retrograde, as well as some of the other asteroids such as Psyche and Cupido, which are all to do with our deep soul love and romantic love and what we need there. So kunzite really has a resonance with all those loving planets, and most of them rule the day of Friday. Well, Venus does, and they kind of all follow Venus because Venus is a big one. So if you can do any of your love work, if you're making your love grid or writing down what you want for your soulmate, then the ideal day to do that is your Friday. Kunzite is such an amazing crystal to work with, and I really love bringing it into my life, not when I'm looking for my soulmate necessarily, although it's great for that, but bonding, those, you know, we have friends and we have other people that may not necessarily be a romantic partner, and Kunzite helps to strengthen those bonds as well. Its serene and joyous, optimistic energy just makes the space and you feel quite joyous and uplifted as well, and really lifts the whole environment, helping you to live a life where you're working towards the greater good for yourself and for all mankind. Now, have you worked with Kunzite or any of the other spodumenes? If you have, please share with our crystal community and leave a comment in the section below. Just below you will also see the links of where you can reach me on other social media, as well as the details where you can find out about my upcoming webinars that I'll be doing for all different time zones around the world. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I'm Adam Barralet. Blessed be.